Now, breaking overnight, 2 people are killed, another injured in a shooting on campus at South Carolina State University. And we have just learned that the lockdown on campus has just been lifted. That lockdown was put in place around 9:15 last night, lifted around 5 o'clock this morning. This shooting reportedly happened at the Eugene Suites Student Residential Complex. This is a student apartment complex on campus. Right now, not clear this morning if there were any suspects in custody.
It's a lot going on at South Carolina State right now. I just want all my fellow students to be safe out there. It's kind of unfortunate that me and my friend can't get on campus right now, but I just hopefully state police do their job, the police do their job to try to get everything settled.
As of this morning, the university has not released the identities of the victims involved. So right now, not clear if they were students. We do know that classes are canceled today. Counselors are being made available. There have been 2 other shootings at South Carolina State, including one at this same student apartment complex last year. The university told our sister station in Columbia that SLED, or the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, is investigating.